Hi everyone, Mr. Everybody here. I'm going to do another quadriplegic care video. This one's talking about body temperature regulation, which is very, very important, and you know it's important because you know that when you get hot, you remove clothing. When you get cold, you add clothing, or you will do some activity that will warm you up. A quadriplegic person can't do that. You are their body temperature regulation. So be quite aware. If you're taking care of a quadriplegic person, you will be touching them all the time. There's nothing sexual. You will just be touching. You'll touch their face, you'll touch their hands, you'll touch their legs, and you'll touch their belly to try and understand where their body is at. And if their legs are cold, you'll put a rug on their legs. If their hands are cold, you will cover their hands. If they're really cold, you will massage their legs, you will massage their hands, and get the blood flowing a little bit quicker. It becomes a problem if they get too hot. What you need to understand about a quadriplegic person, when they get hot, they don't have the same regulation as you do. So if their forehead starts to bead with sweat, that's bad. Okay, they'll get it on their forehead, above their eyebrows, and on their chin. That's bad. Sorry, excuse me. Because you need to cool them down quite fast. Because normally, what would happen with you being able-bodied, your body would realize you're too hot, and you'd start sweating all over your body. A quadriplegic person doesn't do that. The messages have been cut from the spine somewhere, and so the body is just on its own, and it doesn't realize it's too hot, because normally what happens is the message goes to the brain, and the brain sends out the message to everything in the body and says, you're too hot, you need to sweat. But if that connection is severed, they don't get that message, so the body doesn't sweat. So the body can heat up quite fast, and if you've got beads of sweat on the forehead of your quadriplegic, that's a bad thing, and you need to cool them down fast. I had this problem where the person I was caring for, we were out in the open, we were in the sunshine. I tried to keep him covered as much as possible, but you know, it's only so much you can do with an umbrella. But if it's hot sunshine like we get in Perth, Western Australia, there's only so much you can do, and he overheated. So what I did was I got a cloth, I wet the cloth, I swung it around, because you get evaporative cooling, so the cloth actually and the water becomes actually really quite cool. That goes around the neck, people. Because you need to cool them down as fast as possible, and you do that as many times as you need to do it. But as you know, body regulation, body temperature regulation is very, very important for survival and for maintaining body systems. So these are little things that you need to keep in mind when you are taking care of a quadriplegic. So yes, I'm sorry, but you need to touch them all the time. And believe me, they don't think anything of it. It's like, you could be touching them on their face, on their hands, on their legs. They know exactly what you're doing. They know that you're checking to see how their temperature is, and you're checking to see other things in between. They understand what you're doing. So don't feel funny about touching them all the time. You know, it's like it becomes nothing. It's a gauge for you, but they understand why you're doing it. So that's what you got to do. See ya.